So in section 3.1, we're going to talk about relations. Relations are simply mathematical relationships. I speak very broadly because relations are very broad. They're a very general topic. And so there's a few different ways relations can be shown. One is to look at what's called a mapping. A mapping. And so you have two collections. You have a collection of inputs, or sometimes called x values. And these are simply numbers. And then you have your outputs, sometimes called your y values. And these are, there's a relationship that exists between them. These are related, hence the word relation. And so there's different ways these can relate to each other. But the input of 2 corresponds to an output of 6. The input of 3 corresponds to an output of 2. The input of 5 corresponds to an output of 6. And the input of 9 corresponds to an output of negative 15. Now, I don't know exactly what defines this relationship, but there is a relation that exists between these inputs and these outputs. Sometimes these are presented as ordered pairs, and so instead of looking at it as a group of inputs and a group of outputs, we look at them as ordered pairs. And so we said that 2 corresponds with the 6. 2 is related to that 6, and then we said the 3 input of 3 is related to the output of 2, and the input of 5 is related to the output of 6, and so on. Now, these are the same relationships, just different ways of presenting. And like you've seen, these are called ordered pairs. This presentation is called ordered pairs. And as you've seen before in previous classes, ordered pairs can be graphed. And so we can look at this visually by simply graphing these ordered pairs. And so 2, 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right there, that's 2, 6, and then 3, 2 is right there, and then 5, 6 is right there, and then 9, negative 15 is going to be somewhere way down here. But we can look at this, and this once again is mathematically equivalence. When you look at your inputs and outputs, your x and y values, there's lots of ways that you can look at these mathematical relationships. And so the starting point for 3.1 is simply that there are mathematical relationships. There are different ways of presenting those mathematical relationships, and you will see them in different forms, mostly these last two, ordered pairs and on a graph, but you will see all of these.